Hello.
Oh my god.
Well, we have had in some crazy day so far.
It's been a day. Oh boy. For those of you watching, at some point, hopefully this week, you will have seen the drunk Mario Party video.
Woo.
And we're recording this.
And I'll tell you what, when we say drunk, we mean drunk.
We're recording this a couple hours after we recorded that. And boy oh boy.
Yeah, it was pretty
If
rough.
you couldn't tell from this, then you'd be able to tell from that video. It was not great. We kind of
we had we did a lot. The rules that Nick had written for that video, they were great. But god damn, it was a lot. Especially for two of us, you know.
Oh my lord.
I tell you what, man, yeah, it was a rough video, but it was fun. We got through it, and now we're here.
It was fun for a while. Until like it was fun for the last 80%. Then you were like, all right, you had to tap out at the last 80%.
I couldn't.
I'm tapping out right now, honestly.
It's a rough day.
We'll see what happens.
Well, I think we're doing better than we were a few hours ago.
I'm doing all right. We'll see how we're going. And this episode 39.
Ooh, the drunk cast
of the Vibin.
Hello, guys.
Podcast.
We really appreciate you guys watching all these things that we do.
Oh, it's been such a great time. And
I mean, I hope so. Shit, if nobody's enjoying this, then god damn it, what are we doing?
You know what? That's fair enough. Because like our early episodes. Oh fuck! I'm so drunk and fucked up. Like our early episodes.
Well, yeah, we smoked a joint after, like an hour after we finished recording because you wanted to. I'm like, all right.
We both played Jedi, whatever the fuck Star Wars game that came out for free on the PSN with
Fallen Order.
Fallen Order. We both played that for free, right?
I played that, yes.
Well, the sequel, Star Wars Jedi Survivors, come out recently.
I hear good things about it.
Well, you've heard wrong.
But yeah, exactly. I was about to say the PC port of it apparently is terrible because it's so bad. It keeps crashing. Nothing looks right. And I hear but on console, I hear that it's not too terrible.
The PC port is optimized like shit. The console versions are a little better, but still not great.
Yeah.
I've heard first-hand accounts. You know, like I said, the PC ports of it, it's optimized like shit. It runs like shit. First of all, the game is 155 gigabytes now.
That's a huge game.
So that even goes to show they have not compiled this shit. They put this shit together in the worst way. Everything is just out in the code. What a lot of game developers will do, if it's a big game such as this, they'll compartmentalize it into sections, you know? Because you don't need to load the final area of the game when you just start, right?
Right.
When you're just starting, might as well only fucking install or put in or load in the first 25% of the game just in case, right?
Right.
This is one of the games that doesn't do that. It just loads the whole fucking thing, which is why the 155 gigabytes thing is a fucking problem. Now, something you might not have heard about is that this game also allows players to continue playing through corrupted save files.
Oh.
So you know how if something happens early on, it's like, oh, you slipped into the world geography here, and that's a big fuck up because that wasn't supposed to happen. If we load you into this save, it'd be fucked up because your character models, there's some fucked up programming, right?
Right.
You don't want to load those corrupted save files. This game says, fuck you. You can either load a safe save file earlier on, or you can load the save from right now, but it's going to be corrupted as shit. And that's just kind of a terrible option, because if you allow someone to load a corrupted save file, who knows what the fuck is going to happen 1, 2, 20 hours down the line. If you continue along that corrupted save file, it's going to be fucked up. That shouldn't be allowed.
Yeah, I don't understand, especially for a game of that size, 155 gigabytes. How the hell did they not make sure everything is like running properly and nothing, too bad should be happening as you play the game? But that's something that I noticed with a lot of like big budget games that are coming out now. There's always glitches because they don't check everything because obviously probably they're on a time schedule. Their boss is telling them they need to have it out at this time, restraints and everything. And I understand that, but that puts the quality down like 2 notches where it should be. It's not like how old games were and they would take their time, like a good year or a year and a half or 2 to make sure that the game runs properly. Now it's just, everybody wants money, so they gotta make sure it's out at a certain time so then people will buy it. Because obviously, if you put Star Wars on anything, people are gonna fucking buy it.
Nowadays, yeah.
It's such a big brand name at this point, that's why Disney bought it, of course, 'cause, it's
Pretty,
just
yeah, 100%.
it's just it's unfortunate that it's like that, but that's just the reality that we have to deal with when it comes to certain games. Not all big budget
Yeah.
games, because some of them, of course, are going to take their time on, like Legend of Zelda, the new one that's coming out. That's going to be phenomenal because we know obviously Nintendo has had some problems before with things in the past. But when it comes to like a big budget game for Nintendo, like Zelda or Pokemon, of course, and the newest Pokemon, there were some issues with it. But for the most part, it ran pretty good
Yeah.
compared to even the issues that it did have.
There's going to be day one updates for Pokemon and Legend of Zelda, but they're not going to be updates that change the whole nature of the game itself and make it playable. See, with Jedi Fallen Order, they shipped it out with a shitty unfinished product and put out that day one update so it could be playable. With Zelda and Pokemon, those are going to ship as finished, complete games, and the day one updates are going to be minor to somewhat
Slim to
significant patches that are going to affect later things in the game they're not going to see first day,
Right.
But exactly, that's some companies take more effort to create their products they want to put out, like Nintendo, especially with a fucking Zelda product, which is one of their fucking
cash cows.
Yeah, one of their cornerstone fucking franchises. They're gonna make it as perfect as possible, and any updates that are coming out there the first day, it's gonna be towards later shit. They're gonna optimize those first like 20 to 25 hours of the game as much as possible before the update comes out, so people can fucking play it as good as possible. But Fallen Order, like even when you and I played Fallen Order, the first one that came out for free on the PlayStation Plus, like
Right.
3-4 years after it was released, that shit still had tons of bugs. That shit crashed twice for me. It was not optimized in the best at all. So I guess it's kind of
Mine crashed a lot.
Exactly. Mine crashed twice. Once when going into the fucking map, which is one of the easiest fucking functions. It's like, you shouldn't expect much more from the people who made that game. But, it just goes to it. Some people want to just put out a product and just make money off it. And some people want to put out a good product that's actually going to make money.
But that's the problem. Obviously, like if it's in a company or corporation like that, obviously the higher ups, whoever's in charge, would be like money.
Exactly.
Maybe not all of them, obviously, because there's some people who care. But if it comes to like that majority decision, we're just like, no, that's coming out this time because that's when we'll know we can make the most out of it. Keep promoting it. I don't know. It's just unfortunate. A lot of newer games fall subject to that victim, which sucks. But it's just something that we have to deal with because let's be honest, in time it'll probably be better, of course, with some more updates and whatnot.
Ideally. If they put in the effort to maintain it and improve it.
Yeah, well, that's effort is the big key word right there.
Yeah.
Effort.
It's a new AAA game, so I'm assuming, and there's been a lot of controversy about it. I'm sure they're going to put a lot of effort into trying to optimize it and make it better, but we'll fucking see. Because the first game, like we saw 2 or 3 years after its release, was still not
still buggy.
Is buggy as fuck.
But the combat was cool.
It was all right. And I heard the combat in this newer game is even better. So
apparently, yeah.
That's something. There are good parts about this game, but just the ability to play it and continue to play it and not experience bugs. It's like how long have you been fucking making this game? Come on. You could have kept it in the oven another 4 or 5, 6 months and come out with a much better product. It still would have been a little buggy, but it still could have been better than it is right now.
That's what you would think. But no. That's the unfortunate reality that we live in when it comes to games.
Oh boy. It's also unfortunate that we live in a reality where we're in the year of our Lord 2023. Movies are coming out every fucking day, basically every fucking week movies are coming out.
Right.
And with a lot of popular releases or even releases in general, people whenever someone wants to make a movie and they're heavily inspired by something, they want to make an homage to that thing they're inspired by in some way, right? And I thought of this recently that as movies come out, people who make the movies are going to be inspired by something, whenever they're making a movie. Like if they make a fucking movie based on the future where the robots taking over, they might be influenced by Terminator in some way, right? Here's the thing. We're getting to a point where when these people make these movies inspired by other things, the newer generations watching them are not going to realize what is being referenced.
Well, maybe some of them, but
some of
the
them
majority, no.
Some of them who take the effort to be a part of the world of cinema and be like, all right, what was inspired by this? Or, who take the time to look at movies made like 10 years or more before they were born, they'll know. But a lot of people these days, or younger generations these days, who are seeing movies coming out, they're not going to realize the fuck, we're both fucked up.
The gravity.
Just where these movies came from, the influences and references come from,
Right?
Because like I watched Signs yesterday, right? The movie Signs, M. Night Shyamalan, and the movie Scary Movie 3 is a spoof of Signs. And watching Signs yesterday, I realized I was kind of spoiled by this movie, by Scary Movie 3 and 4, whatever. But that just goes to show that like people who watch these movies that are coming out close to when they were born don't realize the references or the references to previous shit that came out before that influenced the shit that came out later.
Right, as you're talking about the shit that came out later during that time.
Yeah,
like if there's something that's going on in like the 80s, and then a movie in like 85 referenced it, of course people in that time would relatively know the reference. But if we were to watch that movie now ourselves, some people wouldn't get it. Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. That's just how it always is for certain things. There's always references that some people will get, and there's going to be references that other people don't get. That's
true.
I think that's just the nature of when you're making like a general reference to like some sort of pop culture icon or something that's maybe been going on in the news that everybody knows about. If you make fun of it, some people will be like, I get it.
True. It also depends when your movie comes out. If people will understand the references you're making towards subject matter,
right,
or whatever. Yeah, it all depends.
But that's just on the audience too. It really just depends.
Also very true. Oh God.
What other topic do you want to talk about, Nick?
Besides that, I just want to start off by saying, fuck, I am fucked up.
Yeah, I can tell. But I mean, even me sitting in this chair, I'm just like, oh, this is comfy. I'm just like, but that's, we drank a lot earlier. So this is going to be the drunk cast. If we don't make sense, sorry.
Deal with it.
But it's just what it came out to be today.
Speaking of making sense, what doesn't make sense?
When you bake a blueberry cobbler and you have to put it in for 15 minutes and then take it out and then put crumble on top of it and then bake it for another 45.
I mean, that kind of makes sense. You bake the base of it and you put the crumble on top, and the crumble bakes separately along from the base.
I made that
baked
up.
Base.
I made that up.
But I'm just even saying that makes sense. Anyways, what doesn't make sense is fuck, I don't fucking bag. Paper straws for milkshakes.
Oh my God.
I went to Jack in the Box a few days ago and I got a chocolate milkshake.
Chocolate.
I know Jack in the Box makes the best, pretty good milkshakes as far as you can get from regular fast food shit. They
drive-throughs, may I remind you.
And it was a pretty good milkshake, but the shitty part is, they give me a straw, now it's paper in construction. And, I'm all for saving the environment and whatnot, but if you're going to drink a straw through a milkshake through a paper straw, you're not going to get a lot of that milkshake. I'll tell you what.
No, that straw is going to run dry and wet. Well, not dry, but it's going to run wet before you even get to like half of the milkshake. One, because it's just sitting in there because they give it to you like that. And then the fact that like some milkshakes are so thick they can't even suck up anything with a paper straw. That's what makes it even worse. If you get like a thick milkshake with chunks in it, that's just gonna ruin the straw. If it's already like super soaking wet, that's just gonna make it rip, and there's gonna be other problems with it. It's just I understand. Obviously, we don't want to kill any more baby turtles with our plastic straws, but like, there's got to be a different solution than paper straws because these paper straws are just not holding up. If anything, why don't we fucking I mean, of course, some people have metal straws and everybody can bring their own metal straw, but not everyone's gonna want to buy a metal straw. And I would suggest that as a solution, but that's a lot too, especially gonna make things heavy. Like, here's a metal straw, and then people throw that shit away. They're like, I don't want this.
They probably would.
It's I don't know, it's just one of those things that kind of has to have a balance because plastic straws, it's the same thing with plastic in general. It's killing all the baby turtles and whatnot, but it's hard to find a solution that everybody will agree on and actually do because some people, let's be honest, I'm guilty to it sometimes too. Whenever you're out and about and you're like eating something or you throw something away, if it's like a gum wrapper, if there's no trash can nearby, you're throwing that shit on the floor, which is unfortunate.
Occasionally.
Okay, well, yeah, occasionally, which is unfortunate. But the fact remains that so a lot of people do something like that. I'll be guilty to it sometimes too. I bought a pizza from Domino's one time, and this is like a 2 years back, and I ate that shit in my car because I didn't want to go home and share it with my parents. I'm like, I'm eating
Fuck
this
it.
whole fucking pizza, and I'll be guilty to it. It was around my neighborhood. There was no trash can nearby, and it was nighttime. And I put the can, the not the can. I put the box and everything else, the napkins that I used in the box, under my car, and I just drove away.
Fuck it.
Look, I understand I'm a piece of shit and it's unfortunate, but the fact remains that a lot of people do that because sometimes it's just easier and it's more convenient. But obviously, what I should have done is take that home and then throw it away in my recycle bin without my parents noticing. But if when it comes to something as small and insignificant as a gum wrapper or a lollipop wrapper, you're obviously just if there's no trash, you're just but if you're a decent person, you're like, I'll put it in my back pocket. Sometimes I put it in my back pocket. But, there's always gonna be those times, no one's looking, just it's unfortunate.
It's entirely possible. And with that, we're going to take a small break because I might go try to vomit currently. I don't have to right now, but maybe. We'll see. We'll be right back.
Yeah, that'll probably help out. All right.
Ugh.
Are you okay?
We drank so much.
Yeah. That's why I'm not drinking or smoking anything else today. I'm like, I can't.
I'll smoke a little because
I'm coming back a little bit, but I'm like, if I do anything else, I'm like, I'm not going to be able to drive home later.
Smoking will even me out, but yeah. Oh Christ.
You keep this in that we're talking about.
Get some agua. We'll see.
It's a good B-roll. Yeah, go pee or something.
God. Do I have water in here? I don't even fucking. No, I don't. I'll be back.
Yeah, go get some water. I'll talk a little bit to everybody, guys. It's probably in the either the blue room or the master bedroom or the kitchen. Guys, hello. I'm not gonna stop this recording. I'll keep going for a bit. It's obvious to everybody that we're both pretty inebriated. Nick is a little worse than I am, but we drink a lot. And if you see that video Mario Party, it's something. I was falling all over the place. Nick was having a good time because he was watching me be in a complete misery. But now the tables have turned because I'm starting to bounce back because I've been drinking a lot of water, peeing a lot. I ate a bit. And the problem with Nick is he didn't eat at all before we recorded that video. He was just full blown going for it, which is the problem. Obviously, you should eat before you drink a lot of alcohol. It helps. And then after you're done consuming that alcohol, you should eat a good amount after that too, like an hour and a half or so or two after the initial point where you drink, because it helps digest everything and it brings you back a little bit. Now, I understand that's not the case for everybody when it comes to drinking. But be smart when you drink. Especially if you're like us and we're doing this today, don't drive. Don't be an idiot and fucking be like, "Yeah, I'm going to drive home like an hour after you do shit like this." No, don't do that. I've done it and I'll admit it and I'll be guilty to it. Nick's done it too, but that's not the smart thing to do. The smart thing to do is after you do drink a lot like that, eat a lot of food because it'll help absorb it into you so that way you're not feeling too bad. And drink a lot of water and don't drink any more alcohol. Now, like Nick said, obviously, sometimes some weed helps balance people out, which I hope it helps him balance out a bit. It helped me a little bit, but I'm just like, I'm just, I want more food. That's all I want is some more food to help me balance and even everything else out. So after this podcast, obviously, it'll be the best thing for everybody if we just get a little more food in us, and that way we're just even out a little more throughout the day. Also, sorry if this podcast is going to be a little weird and different from the other ones. It's going to be a little rough since me and Nick aren't in the best condition. But I'm here for you guys, and I'll keep it going. Nick, I was on a good old long talk about how to drink and drink responsibly. But we're here now. How are you feeling? Did you vomit? Okay, just be careful.
Oh, man. Fuck it. Here it is. Oh, God. Oh.
I did not pause anything. I just kept going because I talked. So we're back. Hello. I hope you enjoyed my solo moment when we were talking. Nick has some water. So hopefully he feels a little bit better in a second.
Make sure to drink water when you're drinking.
And eat beforehand. That's what I said. That's the biggest thing that fucked me up because he did not eat beforehand.
I certainly didn't.
Yeah, which is really bad. Oh, man.
Jesus. Titty fucking Christ.
Are you okay?
This sure is an episode.
Yeah, I was explaining to everybody what was going down. So this episode's going to be a little weird, but this is the Drunk Cast, guys. Episode 39. This is something that we're all going to get through together.
Where the fuck? Here it is. All right.
Woo.
Next topic.
Topic number 2.
God.
Or I guess in this case 3, since I was talking for a good minute.
Psh, that's a text message from you?
Yes.
The YouTube channel, Did You Know Gaming? Do you know the channel? Did You Know Gaming?
Is that the channel name? Did You Know Gaming? No, I do not know that. Who is it?
It's like a channel that's basically about just like it's like gaming secrets. Like, did you know? Like Pokemon secrets or like whatever like gaming secrets. People that might not know. It's called Did You? That's where the name comes. Did you know? Like, did you know about these secrets? This type of shit. And they talk about like all different types of games, right?
Maybe I've seen a few of their videos, but I don't know. It doesn't sound too familiar, but maybe I have for some things.
All right. Well, the point is, this channel, they were hacked recently,
No.
and by some fucking cryptocurrency fuckers promoting this crypto bullshit coin called Ripple. Ripple,
God.
like
a ripple in the water.
Yeah, exactly, like a ripple. Yeah.
Or a ripple in space.
But either way, they got booted out. And Did You Know Gaming now has control back of the channel. So if any of you watching this, I'm so fucking drunk. If any of you watching this watch this channel as well as Did You Know Gaming, subscribe back to them because it's back to them being their channel and not Ripple.
Nice. I did not know that. So any of you viewers beautifully watching, because as of today we hit 400. It's all 400 of you.
Oh,
shit. If you watch this podcast, please go. If you were subscribed to Did You Know Gaming, please go back and subscribe if you unsubscribe. That sharing and talking about other people's channels is so important in this community. You always talk about things that you like watching because one of us could be interested in something, and maybe some of you are too, or you're just genuinely curious. It's good to talk about other things and other channels, in the YouTube community because it helps out a lot. Yeah, I can tell. Nick is very drunk. Obviously, guys, it's like I said, it's a rough day, but we're gonna get through this together because we love this, and I'm not too inebriated anymore, so I can keep this going if need be. I will talk if I need to talk. I will keep going.
Caesar, you want to know something fun?
What? Did I piss my pants already?
No, but it's the fact that sympathy is located in the dictionary between the words shit and syphilis. So,
all right.
Yeah,
my two favorite things.
Exactly.
Syphilis and shit.
Boy, oh boy.
It's okay.
Oh man, you people don't know.
Yeah, you're seeing the aftermath of that video.
Oh boy,
it's rough. I'm telling you, man, you should have ate earlier when I ate a little bit more because it would have helped.
I should have eaten before I started drinking at all, but
Yeah, we all know now. Don't
that
throw up.
that isn't always the case.
Right.
And then you might get to a point at which food is ready, but at that point you're just so drunk that you feel like you shouldn't even eat.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I was a little while ago.
Yeah, I
Boy.
get that. But it's okay because we'll have some frozen yogurt later and we'll feel okay.
Fuck, who knows?
Yeah, you probably won't be
Oh
good for
God,
anything.
I'm not gonna eat anything for at least another 3 fucking hours.
Yeah, you're pretty rough.
What fucking time is it? It's 4:00. Oh,
Nice.
God.
Woo, 4:00.
You know what that means?
20 more minutes, it'll be 4:20.
It means I'm still doing Binding of Isaac unlocks.
Oh God, yeah, you're still because you're trying to complete everything, so then you can finally put the game to rest.
Dude, those super secret unlocks are fucking crazy. Getting 5 gulp pills in one run, getting 5 makes you larger pills in one run. It's insane. You gotta grind for that shit. It's hard to get there with normal means.
Yeah. Well, I'm not too well adverse. Obviously, I've talked about it before on our streams and whatnot, but I'm not too well adverse when it comes to playing Binding of Isaac as you are. But I know from what I have played, it's a lot. It's a lot to get completion marks, to unlock other certain things and other challenges that you need to do to keep progressing. It's a lot of work, and I commend you for that. But goddamn, I would not personally. I would have been like like a while ago, and like I'm done. I just want to play for fun. I'm not.
Yeah.
That's what I do on my Binding of Isaac profile. I just play for fun whenever I'm feeling it. I'm like I'm just gonna go for it.
If you're going for 100%, there's a lot of unlocks you gotta get.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
You okay?
Once again, I might go vomit. We'll see what happens.
All right. Do you need to go? I'll keep everybody entertained. I'll be all right.
We'll see what happens. Oh, goddamn. I drank quite a bit.
Yeah, but it doesn't help that it was an empty stomach too.
It certainly doesn't. You are 100% right.
It's a rough episode.
About that point.
I felt like you 2 hours ago. I know how you feel. I'm like,
oh God. If anything,
just go vomit.
You could go over your music recommendations.
We'll put the mic down. Don't throw up on it.
No, I'm gonna keep using it.
It's an interesting episode, isn't it, today, fellas? Well, let me talk a little bit to you guys while Nick is out in the bathroom. I hope you're all doing well. I know that, like I said, today's a bit of a weird episode, but we're making the best of it because we record a podcast every week, so that way, every week, you guys can listen and enjoy a podcast. And we want to make sure we make somewhat good content for you guys. I know everything's a little bit low budget right now, but we're working towards that. And this is a hurdle that we'll all get through together. Because for those of you who know or may not know, being drunk it sounds like a great idea if you got nothing else to do. But if you drink too much on an empty stomach, it's rough. It really is. But whenever you guys do drink a lot, always drink a lot of water in between. And if you can, eat something. It really does help absorb everything and make you feel a little bit better. Like I'm almost back to where I'm at because I drink a lot of water and I ate good. And I honestly still want to eat more. But that's something I may have to go do on my own since Nick is a little rough. As you can see. But it's okay. Because we're all in this together and we're all having a great time. But I am very excited for The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Fallen Kingdom. That's a game that I'm very, very excited for. And when I saw a trailer for it about 2-3 months back, I think it was on the Nintendo Direct, actually, where I saw a lot of this information being displayed. There was a lot of things talked about the abilities going on, some of the landscapes that you can see in the sky when you're fighting and doing stuff. It's incredible. I'm very excited for it. Because if it's anything as big as the first Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, we all know that a critically acclaimed game, which is phenomenal. That was amazing. So this one is going to be even more wild because of all the new abilities and everything else in there. And speaking of things, new games that I'm waiting for. I'm not necessarily waiting for this game, but this game that I've been playing for a while that was free on the Xbox Game Pass. This is called Cross Tag Battle. Now, for those of you who don't know what Cross Tag Battle is, I think it is a side game or a main game franchise of the anime fighting game Blaze Blue, which is pretty popular for being very flashy and having nice combos. It's not too combo heavy with moving sticks and buttons for landing combos. But in this one that's on the Game Pass, it's amazing because when I saw it, it's it's four anime games combined into one, where it's a nice series of fighting. You have obviously Blaze Blue, which is the main line, and then you have Persona 4, personal favorite, which is the main reason why I downloaded it. And then
Bitch.
you have two other animes, A Strand. I can't remember this night. Kill something, A Strand and Night. I
Was
can't.
it Kill a Kill?
No, it's not Kill a Kill. It's something maybe Stranded at Night. Kill for Kill. Uh, the main protagonist in that is name's Keto Hyde. He's a really cool guy. And then the last anime that's included in this game, it's Ruby. We all know Ruby, WRRWYB, which is beautiful anime girls who can kick ass and stuff. It's a great fighting game. If you're not too into it or well versed, or if you have an Xbox and if you have the Game Pass, check it out. It's pretty fun. But yes, Nick, I think we should wrap this up since you're pretty inebriated. We can cut it early for today, which is I think reasonable to everybody.
Am fucked.
Which
How long has this been going?
I don't know.
Oh,
what does it say?
This says 35 minutes.
Fair enough.
Oh my god, this is a short podcast, folks.
Yeah, I mean, I can talk for a little bit more if need
for
be.
Fucking 20 minutes. No, we can close it within the next 5 minutes. Oh god.
Let's talk about some music recommendations for you guys, because this will definitely be a shorter episode of the podcast, but it's okay. We learn from our mistakes, and we won't do this again for a while.
We won't record a drunk episode the same day as we have to record a podcast, because that is
it's rough.
It's a very bad idea.
Well, if we're gonna talk about some music recommendations, I have a thing that I'd like to talk in mind.
Please do.
Well, I'm sure for those of you who may know or may not know, there's a series of YouTube videos on YouTube called NPR Tiny Desk. And if you don't know what an NPR is a radio station that plays interviews and other live music throughout the day. And I was listening to this at the gym today, but if you haven't listened to it yet, I'm pretty sure I've mentioned Rex Orange County before. But if you haven't watched his Tiny Desk performance, it's incredible. Live audience, beautiful instrumentation, flute, trumpet, saxophone. You got two guys on guitar, a bass, and a drum set. It's beautiful. It's phenomenal. So that would be my recommendation. Is not only Rex Orange County's NPR Tiny Desk concert, but all the Tiny Desk concerts are pretty good. I know they have some really popular artists on that have been booming for a while, like Olivia Rodrigo has one, Phoebe Bridges has one. There's a lot of popular artists that have done one already. If you're not well aware with it, go check it out. It's great. Nick?
Those are some great recommendations. Caesar Vega, first of his name, King of the Andals, and the First Men. My recommendation this week is Bo Burnham. Listen to his album Inside. Oh, Christ. It's on Netflix. There's a visual component to it. It's a whole hour-long thing. It's a fantastic album. He has he put on YouTube like extra shit from that Inside special that didn't make it into the special itself that went on Netflix. Mm-hmm. On YouTube, he has another like longer video of all the extra shit.
Right.
It's fantastic. It's if you, it's very, very depressing. So some of it's depressing. some of it's some of it's life affirming. Some of it you might be able to relate to. Some of it not, but it's fantastic. Just go listen to it.
Hell yeah, guys. So from us here at Clueless to all of you listening at home or wherever you are, thank you if you made it to the end of this very short podcast. We truly do appreciate it. Like I said already before, this is a very weird episode, but it's okay because, we're normal. We're people.
We won't be this drunk on the next episode.
No, very not. But if you made it to the end of this podcast, please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe.
Do all those things.
We got plenty of content coming out every day for you guys in the form of shorts and videos. Please watch out for this episode of Mario Party Drunk when it comes out next week. It'll be very good. It'll be very fun. If you want to see me fall over on the ground and be very inebriated like how Nick is right now, it's a good laugh.
Bye.
Bye.